Hi everybody, welcome back to the shop, part 132. Today is Sunday, and yesterday I got out here and I resprayed the side, and I just sprayed up to the about where I was going to spray the bed liner. I'm going to drop down about right on that little ridge line there with the bed liner, since up here some of my plastic got kind of below my tape line and covered it up a little bit. I was going to I tried to back tape it where it would kind of go under it, but that plastic basically went right up to it. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty decent. I didn't see any major runs, and I guess it's going to work good enough. So come around the corner here, I'm going to bring that line all the way around to here. Main thing I wanted to get this edge repainted, resprayed. So I'm not going to be spraying this part back. It'll just be this flat and the rest of the bed and up the top around here. So I guess next thing we're going to do is blow it out real good. It should be fairly clean. We just blow any dust out, wipe it down, and I've already checked to make sure that this bed liner stuff's still good. I had one can that came, it was damaged when it came, and it was kind of leaked a little bit. So I want to make sure it was still good, and it appears to be okay. I stirred it for a little bit and mixed it up, and I think it's going to be alright. I got a whole nother gallon here that should be fine. It wasn't damaged. Hopefully it's still sealed. But I don't think it's going to take much more than a gallon. I don't think a gallon will be quite enough to do it. So I'm gonna let this just sit for a minute. Let me go ahead and stick that top back on there. You can see where it kind of got a little bit of crap on that top. But this one looks like it can. The lid did come up a little bit right there, but I don't think it's going to be hurting nothing. Of course, you can't strain this because if you strain it, you'll take all the texture out of it. And we'll be using the undercoating gun for that. So I guess now we're going to go ahead and mask off both sides where I don't want to spray. And we'll get some plastic on there, cover it up good, and we'll come back and spray it. It's a little hot today. I'm going to say it's in the 70s. The humidity's pretty high. I'm already wanting to sweat and ain't done a whole lot. So hopefully it ain't too high. It's going to mess the paint up. You can see the camera's starting wanting to fog up a little bit, but we got to get it done because it don't look like there's going to be any good days this week to do it. Alright, cleanup is done. Got the gun there, and I will say I had to stop about a half dozen times and blow out that suction tube. I guess it's getting too big of particles up in it. This is kind of a pain. This is a messy process, but hopefully I got enough on there. I just put one coat over most of it. I put two coats up here on the top. We'll wait and see when it dries whether it's going to be enough. It kind of looks blue while it's wet, so it's pretty wet right now. That is a mess to dang do, I'll tell you that. I might have missed a few spots in the front. I made a mistake. I think I missed a big spot right in the center. But I made a mistake of starting and spraying the top first. That was a bad mistake, because then I was having to lay over it and spray up under it. And yeah, I do believe I missed that. I missed a couple of spots in the front. Missed one right there, a big one right there. So I don't know what the dry time on this stuff is, but it's pretty wet. I may have put it on too thick. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna let it dry, and harden up some before I try to take this tape off, because I don't want this stuff running down the side of the paint. But anyway, I don't think I'll ever do this again. It just ain't worth it. I ain't sure I like that Plasti-Kote bedliner, but I don't have anything to compare it to, so really won't know until it's dry. But I can't believe I missed that. I'm gonna have to hit that again. That whole area right up in here, I don't know if y'all can pick it up, but I can see it. I don't know if that's just dried right there. I think I did get a coat on it. I think it's just dry. This stuff gets all over you. You definitely want to have a good mask job, because it's going to get everywhere. And those little specks, you see it's all over my light. This stuff, I mean, it's dry. It don't come off too good. But I'm gonna let this dry about another hour, and we'll pull this tape off once this gets kind of tacky up here. And I'm pretty sure I got that. I think it's just probably just didn't get a lot on it. Because I went back and sprayed another coat across that front, and I just must have missed that center when I was spraying that second coat. We'll see. When it gets dry, we'll bring it back. Okay, final shot. I let this stuff dry for 30 minutes, but it's still not good and dry. Hopefully it won't run. But you can never tell where it's black, it's dry, but where it's kind of bluish, it's still wet. So it's very wet in there. You can kind of see it a little better up through there. I'm hoping again that that's just wooden mist. I'm gonna get down here and zoom in on it and see if I can see a little better. I got some pretty good drips and runs and drippers. Zoom in on this, see if it'll pick it up. You can see it's textured. So I think once it's all dry, won't really be able to tell that. That's just where it didn't get a good second coat, I guess. But I don't know how long it takes this stuff to dry. Must take quite a while. I mean, that's pretty thick. I put it on there pretty heavy. You can see where the paint's kind of pooled around the caulk lines there. I'm gonna let it dry for a few days before I do anything with it, so maybe it'll be good by then. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching, and I guess stay tuned for more. We'll get back on this cab and see if we can get it straightened out.